Alright, so this video is going to be an introduction to trig, mainly focusing on the ratios of trigonometry. Alright, so the first thing you need to remember whenever I'm working with trigonometry, it has to be inside a 90-degree triangle. If I don't have a 90-degree triangle, I cannot use my ratios. So let's quickly look at this triangle. Alright. Okay, so there's my 90 degrees. Let's call it triangle ABC. Now the first thing you always need to do is identify where is your hypotenuse. So remember, your hypotenuse is always across from your 90-degree angle. So if my 90-degree angle is at B, if I draw a line straight to the other side, I see that my hypotenuse will be on AC. Alright. So line AC will be my hypotenuse. Now we're going to focus on one angle specifically. So let's say we're focusing on angle A for now. So in terms of angle A, if I take my pen and I draw a line to the opposite side of my triangle, then I end up at line BC, which tells me that BC is going to be known as my opposite side. So your opposite side is the side opposite to your angle. So if my angle is angle A, if I draw a straight line to the opposite side, then I will see it is BC. And then the last side of your triangle that is left in terms of A is this one that also forms my A, and that is known as my adjacent side. Alright, so important. Whenever I work with a triangle, there's always going to be a hypotenuse, an opposite side, and an adjacent side. Alright, let's quickly do the same thing again. Okay, so there I have triangle. And once again, I'm going to have triangle ABC. There's my 90 degree. First thing I need to find is my hypotenuse. So if this angle here is 90 degrees, the side opposite it is going to be known as my hypotenuse. So AC is known as my hypotenuse. Now in this previous triangle, A was the angle we worked with. Now let's say we're working with angle C. Alright, so now we're going to work in terms of angle C. Now the first side I want to find is my opposite side. So I'm going to take my pen, draw a straight line to the opposite side of my triangle, and then I see that it lands on line or side AB. Which means if I'm working in terms of C, the opposite side of angle C will be AB. So AB will be my opposite side, and then obviously the side that is left, that also forms part of this line, which is BC, will then be known as my adjacent side. Alright, so you always first start with your hypotenuse, then you look at which angle you need to use, and then based on the angle you need to use, you find your opposite side, and then your adjacent side. Alright, so let's quickly do a small exercise. So let's quickly draw 3 different triangles. So there's triangle 1, triangle 2, and triangle 3. So let's call this one A, B, C, A, B, C, and A, B, C. Alright, so where's my 90-degree angle? It's going to be at B, B, and at A. So quickly take a few minutes and first identify your hypotenuse in each 3 of these triangles. So start by finding your hypotenuse. Alright, so let's quickly see if you did it correctly. So in triangle 1, there is my 90-degree angle. So if I draw a straight line to the opposite side, then I will see, alright, AB, or AC, sorry, it's going to be my hypotenuse. So line AC is my hypotenuse. In triangle number 2, there is my 90 degrees. Draw a straight line. Then I also see that AC is my hypotenuse. And then the last one, triangle 3, find your 90-degree angle. Alright, so where's my 90-degree angle? So my 90-degree angle is going to be here at A. So if I take my pen, draw a straight line to the opposite side, then here I see that CB or BC is going to be my hypotenuse. Alright, so now that is fine. Now we need to identify the angle we are using. Alright, so just for this, in triangle 1, let's use angle A. In triangle 2, let's use angle A. And in triangle 3, let's use B. Alright, so based on these angles are highlighted, quickly go and identify the opposite side as well as the adjacent side. Alright, so in triangle 1, there is my angle. I take my pen, draw a straight line to the opposite side of that angle. Then I'm going to see that BC is going to be my opposite side, which means that AB then has to be my adjacent side. If I look at triangle 2, alright, I'm working with angle A, draw a line to the opposite side, then I see that, okay, BC is going to be my opposite angle. So BC is my opposite, which means that AB has to be my adjacent. And then your last one, triangle number 3, now I'm working with angle B. Draw a straight line to the opposite side of your triangle. Then I see, alright, AC is going to be my opposite side, and AB is going to be my adjacent side. And this is your ratios. Right, so finding your adjacent side, hypotenuse, and your opposite. If you cannot do this, this is Trig 101. So if you cannot do this, please practice it.